Oh yeah. It's freezing cold down here. God damn, it's freezing. Freezing my butt off. Oh goddamn. What's going on, Penguin? Oh, I'm freezing my butt off today. God damn. It's cold out here. Oh, there we are. If I could roll up. What's going on? How's everybody's day? Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's better. Ah, yes. Nice and warm and comfy. Yeah, I was just waiting for a few of the stream team to get on. I've got like a vertigo today. I think COVID has kind of hit my inner ears, so going home now. Nice. Yeah, for me it's you said my eyesight, and I got a bit of vertigo. It's definitely from the COVID hitting my inner ear, so kind of sucks trying to read stuff. I don't know why my eyes are so bad today. They're so bad. Ugh. And it's freezing down here. I'm literally cold as a mofo, and I don't know why. The house is nice and warm. Just not me. Just not me. I'm freezing. Yeah, I'm just waiting for one or two of the stream teams to jump in here. So I noticed one or two things about their streams that we should definitely talk about. Most definitely, because I know there's a few things that I like to go over with them. One or two things, anyways. Today for sure. Good old mouth guard though. Keep that in. Helps my jaw. It helps the jaw. Yeah. I'll just let them know that I'm on. And then they will know. I hope tonight that my eyes aren't this bad. If my eyes are that bad tonight, I don't know if I'll be able to stream. Like, even looking at the screen, my eyes are just, they're left field. Like a gong show. Trying to read right now. Horrible. Like I said, I think I've got like that inner ear infection going on now with COVID. So it's definitely giving me like a vertigo head thing going on there. My eyes are all messed up. The pressure on my noodle. I've got like nice. got like meds that I can take for like migraines, but I don't know if I can take those right now to help me with the eyesight thing or the vertigo and that. That's the crappy thing with COVID is you don't know what you can take and what you can't take anymore. Yeah, my eyes are really bad. Hopefully I'll be able to stream here for a bit with them, but my eyes are really bad right now. I can't see crap really. Super bad. Maybe if I take my glasses off, that'll help. Who knows? Makes things a lot blurrier, but maybe it's just my glasses. I have no idea. I feel like it's easier to see. It's easier to see without my glasses, I think. It's so messed up. It's almost like my glasses are harder on my eyes than without them. I don't know. A little weird. Little weird. Kid cat. Yeah, I was hoping I was going to be able to stream because I'm off today. I've got like this vertigo. Oh no, that's okay. I think what I was going to talk about today definitely had more to do with Mr. Beefy and like Facebook gaming and stuff like that. But I don't know if they're actually going to be here. I'll see if I can actually like stream. I got like this weird vertigo for sure. I think it's like my inner ear, and COVID's just been running like this muck on me, man. Been running this muck that just won't ease up. I've had like this inner ear thing going on the last like 2 or 3 days, and it's been giving me like this vertigo, and my eyesight's been really bad. Been horrible. Oh yeah, I have my water right beside me, all times. Yeah. Like I said, I don't even know what's just my eyes been bad. It feels like, you know what I mean? You got like this headache behind your eyes, and I got this pressure on the back of my head. It's kind of like a vertigo. It's kind of like a migraine, right? I know if you've had migraines, it kind of like sits in there, and yeah, it's just been crazy. But I noticed with 2 of the streams that there was people overriding the streamers in their streams. And when something like that happens, it's just not healthy for the stream. You know what I mean? So it's like, I noticed with Facebook gaming and with Dr. Beefy, the people that they're playing with override them as a streamer, which can never happen. You know what I mean? Because if you're trying to build your community, those people are there for the community. You know what I mean? Like, the problem when I was in both their streams and listening for quite a while, the streamer was on the back burner, and the people they were playing with were on the front burner and just talking about their channels and their discords and I'm like, but I'm not watching them. I'm here to watch you, right? So it was just it was overwhelming. Yeah, it was overwhelming just me listening to what was being said, right? So it was just like Yeah. So the thing is you need to go into the streams with what you want to do and the content that you're going to be making. Obviously, sometimes it goes offside, but for the most part, you should know what you're going to do and the direction you're going to do it, and right. What up, Dum Dum? So when I went into their chats, it was, um, like I said, it was even their own moderators were talking over them and promoting the whole time, and. Yeah, but Kitty Cat, there's a big difference between like people that are there and you're playing and you're having a conversation, which like you and Darling and the Law would do, right? You guys would just have a fun conversation, and that's banter and that's content. But when I would go into these other channels, um, their own moderators were boosting themselves up and their streams and talking the whole time, so you never actually heard the streamer. Or in one case, like Beefy's one moderator was actually like arguing with them in the chat, and he's just a younger kid like arguing with while you're playing with them. And it's just like, so when you look at me, even when I have people added onto the stream, and you can hear their voices, it's about a banter, and I reel it in quickly if, say, some of the kids go offside. You know what I'm saying? So there's about, you just kind of want to control the flow of what your content is, what's being said, or right. But like I said, there was two channels in particular out of the stream crew that, like, I literally had to message them and say, like, you need to take your channel back, right? And you need to talk about, upcoming events, or pay attention to your chat, or address what's going on, or stop playing with that particular player. Like I even went as far as to sub myself into that streamer's gameplay. I literally said, listen, back out of that lobby, put me into your gameplay. So this person had gone from 15 viewers down to 6. 15 to 6. And there was one reason for that, right? It was the person that he was playing with. And so when I subbed myself into that and intervened into that channel, I made it about the streamer. I said, so what are you doing? What have you got planned? How's your family? How I got him talking about his content and his channel and engaging in his chat. And I was more quiet. I was on the quiet end to ensure that he was being more engaging, right? So after I had intervened and then said, okay, I played 3 or 4 games, I hope you have a great stream, I'll be lurking, his numbers went from 15 to 6 back up to 16, because the people came back and then were integrated back into the chat, and it was about him again, and it was about the chat again. It wasn't about the moderator and that moderator's stream, right? So you just have to be careful that you don't lose your content or your stream to other people at the same time, right? So as Penguin would know, so Maria never loses her content or her stream to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Maria would override quickly or change topics, or you can see it very quickly. Maria would not let that happen. And if you watch mine, I don't let that happen. So I reel it in very quickly. If the kids are getting out of control, it's like, whoa, focus. Just focus on the game. I'm going to keep reading chat. So the streamer should always kind of override and reset back to where the stream was meant to be, right? So I just noticed it, like I said, big time in Facebook and Mr. Beefy's, that the people that they were playing with are trying to override them. And that's not good. It's not good. So whatever the relations are between them is just not good, right? And in both cases, in both streams, it's their moderators. It's their actual moderators. And so with me, I have a full team around me, whether it's admins and mods, and none of them stream. Not one streams, and there's a reason for that. Because I want those people to be here for the community, not for me, but they're here to focus on the community. They're not here to benefit from everything that's going on. My admin and mods will benefit as we grow. They're going to benefit in different ways. So I learned my biggest lesson of all time. We had an admin that was toxic, that was taking things off the back end of the stream, that was taking people from the stream, that was trying to develop the stream kind of the way they wanted it to be. And we had to put a stop to that, and in a freaking hurry. So this person actually went and started streaming and was trying to build their platform on the back end without me knowing from my platform. They were trying to take our network and make it theirs. And when we finally clued into all of this and had enough, we got rid of that admin, and our channels doubled. So the impact that one person can have on your stream as far as toxicity, bad things that are going on in the chat, what they're doing behind your back, etc. Admins and mods should be a reflection of the streamer, and what they do reflects on you. So even if they're in another chat and they're being, what do you think that streamer is going to do when they come into yours? Or you're going to get a message, right? Like, this is an admin, right? Why are they coming into my stream and doing that? So for me, I have admin and mod meetings where we get together and they understand the reflection and how important they are, and what they do does reflect back on myself and the Giver90 crew, right? You're not just hurting the streamer, you're hurting the crew in general, right? So if there was one or two people, say Kins Penguins here in Maria's chat, and they were really, like, the moderators were really hurting, Maria's stream, and if, they're not realizing what they're doing. So, I mean, our numbers literally, we were stuck at like 8 or 10, and that's because this one person was just trying to overtake everything that was happening and make it theirs and their way. And it was just like, I was just constantly fighting with this person over and over and over again, just fighting with them. You know what I mean? And so as a business, which I am, you have to make these business decisions going, you're just not worth it, right? And they would throw it in your face. I'm a donator, or, you just can't have that, right? To trade one toxic person that has bad intentions towards your stream, you will get that back the next stream times 10. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to make those, moves that you don't always want to make, or you have to make moves that you should have made a while ago, but you have to make sure that you learn those lessons from what's going on, right? So like I said, for me, we got rid of that one person that was hurting the stream big time. There was a lot of stuff going on behind our backs that we didn't know. That was an admin. And once it finally caught up and we understood what was going on, we made the change immediately. You know what I mean? And so you have to really realize that the people that are around you and your stream need to be there for the community, and they need to make sure that they understand that what they say and what they do reflects on your community. So whatever admins that you have, make sure that their first intention is to the community, right? If you're a streamer and you have 3 other streamers that are mods, they're not concentrating on the community or the events or anything around them. They're concentrated on themselves, right? So like I said, I have 3 admin and 2 mods, and none of them stream. And that's the way we like to do our business model, because those 5 people, you need to be on top of it. But those 5 people that I have that none of them stream, and we're clear and open, right, in our discussions. If they were to go stream, you wouldn't be an admin anymore, because you're now there for yourself. You're not there for the Giver90 crew. You're there for yourself, right? And that's perfectly fine. If you want to go stream, go ahead. But that's not my business model, right? It's hard to find non-streamers. It is. But if you look at my stream, my admins and moderators are more well-known than a lot of streamers. Do you see what I'm saying? So I integrate the moderators and the admins into my whole persona. So it's not just the Bomber Show. My admins and moderators play a big role in the community and their attitudes and right? Well, look at Maria's stream. Penguin here doesn't stream. VM doesn't stream, right? She's made it so that her admins or moderators are there for the community, and they're not there for themselves, right? And Kitty, it's a feature that's very far and few in between. It really is. But it's the best way to run it. It really is the best way to run a business type thing, right? Because like I said, I had an admin that felt that they could do what I do, and they wanted to stream, and they think that they should have been able to grow, and they literally were taking all of my ideas and all of my network and going, let's see what we can do with it, right? So have you seen the bot I have in my stream? It does shout outs automatically. Okay, but you have to put the people in there, right? Like, you have to input the streamers into that bot on who it shouts out automatically. I know a lot of streamers went that way. Like, a lot of streamers went that way. The thing is, no. So how does the bot work? Whoever comes in, it shouts out? Like, do you not have to input into the bot who you want shouted out? The thing is the bot, you got to remember, the bot will never replace the mods, VIPs, and subs. The only problem is the bot does not replace the personal interaction. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, I got it with the Stream Deck. Yeah, that's my next buy is a Stream Deck. There's some fun ideas that I had, but for me, I've just made it so that I've developed the personal interaction between the moderators and admins and the crew, right? So your bot, to have a bot welcoming, you would have to You don't have a bot welcoming in all new members. That's what you're going to have to do, right? Or if somebody follows, or I have 5 different people plus my crew that welcomes everybody in. So when people come into my stream, you've got 10, 20, 30 people going, hey man, welcome to the stream, you know? There's a personal interaction there that, like, I can't tell you how many streamers lately. I even tested it. I went into a ton of streamers' channels lately to check them out and what they do. And it's crazy how I left their channels because of their moderators. I didn't even leave because the streamers. I left purely because they're moderators. And again, I mean, Penguin for sure, right? This is a good thing for you. I went into one, and the guy goes, I'm not going to call you Bomber. I'm going to call you Boomer. I said, no, my name is Bomber, right? Yeah, well, I'm going to call you Boomer. Okay, have a good day. I went into the next one. Most streamers can't read your freaking name. So they're like, oh, what up, G90 Boomer? I'm like, it's Bomber. And the other one goes, oh, I thought it said Gomer. 2 streams in a row. I said, okay, I'm out. Have a good day. So when you're sitting there, and it's not even the streamer, it's the moderators that are carving on the person's name that's coming in or making it uncomfortable. As soon as you're into the chat, people leave. You know what I'm saying? I've left so many streams due to their moderators being absolute pylons. Absolute pylons. You are literally, it's kind of like Kitty. When I went in to your friend's stream, I was so turned off by the moderator. The whole chat was just green swords. There was anything that any person that wasn't a moderator that said was lost in the green sword chat. And you never, ever, ever want to go into a channel where all you see is just a conversation between 2 or 3 moderators going on. You're not interacting with the content. And they were so focused on the streamer's friggin' numbers that it was ridiculous. His content was gone. It was lost. He's talking about a subathon, and in the next breath, he's talking about numbers because his admins wouldn't shut up about his numbers. You're at 13. You were just at 22. You're at 16. Now you're at 21. What's going on? Who cares? Who cares? The streamer is trying to talk about his content, right? And when your own moderators are taking your whole chat and they're not even focusing on the content or helping the streamer or anything, you've got the wrong moderators, right? You've got the wrong moderators. That's just a fact. Because the whole point is the moderators are supposed to be focusing on who's coming in, how their day is, welcoming them, what's going on in your life. Just a reminder, the streamer's doing this. We're talking about subs. The moderators are supposed to feed off of the streamer. The streamer is not supposed to always feed off of what the moderators are saying, right? There's so many streams that have the reverse role, you know? And just like I was trying to tell Facebook, like, I don't know who this one particular admin is, but how he was talking to people, how he was talking to me, right? So because I've had COVID the last week, I haven't been feeling good. I literally went in to say Letty's stream. I just said, Letty, hi, what's going on? She didn't say anything. I said, I just wanted to say hi. Okie dokie, I'll see you later. The moderator was kind of coming back at me going, she's brand new. You need to understand this, 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 and this. And I'm like, first of all, I have COVID. Second of all, I'm just dropping in to say hi. Third of all, you don't need to tell me that if I want to come in and just say hi and then leave, that I need to stay there. You need to wait until no. Your job is just to go, welcome, Bomber. What's going on? How's your day? If you would like to tell me that Letty is just focused on the game right now, thumbs up. It's the approach on which you take, right? It's the approach on which people take. It's kind of like when I was in Beefy stream, the guy that he's playing with literally overruns Beefy, right? So I just see it in so many different streams that the moderators and the admin of those streams are hurting the streams more than what they think, right? The moderators and admins are very important and a key part to a stream when it comes to attitude, when it comes to welcoming, when it comes to chatting, when it comes to setting an example. So like Kitty, in your friend's stream the other day, when I said literally the moderators typing A, B, C, D, E, F, G to the whole chat is just him spelling out something. Why do I want to watch that? Right? What's the point? I typed something in between it and it was gone. It was gone. Your streamer didn't even see what I had typed because the moderator was too busy screwing around in his chat. Right? So if people are going to take streaming seriously and have moderators and admins, it's incredibly important. It is one of the most important things. If you do not have that welcoming committee and people setting the example or doing what they should, it's a disaster for the streamer. The admins and moderators can break a streamer just as fast as the streamer can break himself or herself, right? And it's true. Like, I came in there and within 2 minutes, Kitty, I had messaged you 5 different things that were going on, right? And that was in 2 minutes. I'm like, holy smokes, like what is this? What is this? What it turns, I wanted to turn off his chat. Like I just wanted to hit the click and walk away because he was no longer engaging. He was not engaging properly with the chat. He was too busy worrying about what his moderators were saying and screwing around. They were setting a bad example. So if I came in and started doing that behind the moderator, what are you going to do? Time me out? But you literally just did that yourself, right? So moderators and admins are incredible and a key point to everything. And I don't think streamers fully understand, right, how important the team is around you is just as important as the streamers setting their example. So I know sometimes it sounds harsh, right? But when you're actually building something, you don't want to lose the numbers. You don't want to lose. So it was very easy to see in his channel that there was outside hosts or outside sources because the only people that were engaging were the moderators, but the moderators were not engaging properly with the people that were actually there and trying to chat. So the streamer needs to set the content and what they're doing and reel it back in if something's happening. The admins and the moderators need to reel it in also at the same time. So when I have my admins there, so my moderators are set to welcome, shout outs, and to make sure the chat just flows nicely with good conversations. My admins are there to kind of shine a bit. They have the fun attitudes. They bring their personalities. But if the chat ever starts to go sideways, it's an automatic snap. I don't even need to address it because they already know what they're doing. They already know what they're doing. So if somebody says something offside, you're always going to see 2 or 3 of them go, excuse me, hold up, right? It's an automatic thing that's kind of already built in, right? So the moderators and the admins are there to make sure that everything just stays on track, runs smoothly, etc. As soon as the streamer's attention gets taken away for things that are happening in the chat or somewhere else, you're literally, you know what I mean? Why have the admin and mods? So if Beefy was here, I would literally have that conversation with him too, that the fact of there was your reaction to things also dictates whether people stay there or leave. So when something's happening, it needs to be dealt with quickly, swiftly, the moderators or admins. If it's over their head, which it should never be anyways, right? Because they should know what they're doing. Then the streamer should literally take 10 seconds, hit that timeout ban button, move on, right? And I seen the other day that Beefy was really letting these kids get to him, right? And to let people get to you in your chat to the point where the next 15 or 20 minutes of your stream is just focused on them and the hate and calling them every name in the book and, right? It does nothing but hurt your stream. You cannot promote positivity and good vibes if for the next 20 minutes you let some 15-year-old kid get underneath your skin. If it was in Discord, whether it was in your channel, whatever it is, there's timeout buttons. Time them out. If he goes to Discord, you should have an admin in your Discord that goes timeout ban. Like, don't even waste your time or your energy on these people. It's quick, it's swift, you're gone, right? Like, that's not... To have a bad reaction for 20 minutes and give them that much attention to one person when you have 20 others in chat that you could be talking to is just a disaster. It's a disaster, right? And when the streamer sets that example, the tone of the chat will go with the streamer. And then you're going to see comments that you shouldn't see in the chat. And then they start bashing. Then reports start going into Twitch. And then people are getting reported. And who does that inadvertently hurt? The streamer. Doesn't hurt the people mouthing off because nobody cares about them. They're going to report the stream's chat, not them. So again, streamers have to understand that whatever they do will reflect some way or another down the road, right? It's not the people that throw the hate in there. Your channel's going to get reported, not the chat, you know what I mean? Because Twitch will go back, watch the VOD, and they'll hear you going off and off and off and off and off. You're literally setting the tone for these people to do that, right? So when you set the tone, that's what's going to happen, right? And that's not what you want as a streamer. So even if you're a plus 18 stream and what you say is for plus 18 people is totally, up to that streamer. The plus 18 is more the language that's being used, but even the plus 18 can only go so far with language before Twitch starts to step in. Because you don't want the plus 18 to start turning to like a hateful banter in any way, or F this guy, F you. Like, you've really got to watch where people are going with that, right? People definitely have to watch where they go with even the plus 18 streams with stuff. So I think the thing was today was just those two topics of the streamers need to make sure that they don't get overrun with the people that they're playing or their own moderators, having their own agendas and building their streams off of yours, right? Like that's not cool in any way. So like when I go and play with other streamers, you don't hear a lot from me. Like when I played with Facebook Gaming Dad, it's about him when I went in there. It's not about me, it's about him. If he chooses to engage me into a conversation about something, I'll wait for him to ask. I won't do it, right? It's just like when I go in and I play with Maria. That is Maria's stream. That's not mine. It's not for me to overtake. It's not for me to talk about mine, right? And that's just kind of that unwritten streamer etiquette that people should have, right? And a lot of them don't. So if you are a well-established streamer, people just need to literally step their game up a bit. Make sure, even if you're shy, you need to kind of get out of that mode. Make sure that you're the dominant, stronger voice. What content you're creating, that's what's at. Don't constantly, if people are constantly asking over and over and over again, chat, what do you think? Chat, what do you think? At some point, you know what I mean? The chat can't dictate what the streamer is always doing, right? Because I'm not about to go, chat, what do you think if I did a balloon bash behind me, right? Would you guys like that? Oh, yeah, they're going to like that, right? Like there's certain things that you should assume that streamers or that people are going to like, right? And that's where you're making the content, you're making it a surprise, you're always bringing something for them, you know what I mean? So again, it's just, those are the two topics, right? It's very important that the streamer does not get overrun. You continue doing your content. And if you have to, if there's somebody that is overrunning you, even if it's your own moderator or another streamer, you back out of that lobby, right? You have to make sure you continue with your content and what you were set out to do or your goal for that stream, right? Number 2 is the moderation and the admins that you have of your channel need to be focused on that community. You'll have to even have meetings with them, reel them in if they get going sideways. If they're spamming the crap out of their own chat, like you have to set out a platform on what you want your stream to be. And those moderators have to be able to fit that groove. And if those moderators don't fit into that community or they don't fit the groove or what's going on, you just can't have them as moderators. Even if they're your best friend, they will make or break you, right? And so, like I said, the admins and mods for, say, Giver90, they don't stream. I encourage their personas. I like to see that they each have their own personality that comes out, because McKenna is totally different than Alpha, which is totally different than Breaks, right? So they all bring something to the table. And then even with my 2 mod chats, it's all about welcoming. Everybody knows their name. They're great people. They love the community. All 5 of these people are here, not for me, but for the Giver90 community. And they get just as recognized as me anywhere else, right? So it's all about having your stream persona and who the streamer is, that amazing crew that you have around you that helps you and that is there for the community. And then you're going to have VIPs that are there that are, all my VIPs are phenomenal and they're there for the community. You know what I mean? They're there to engage. They feel part of the community. They are part of it, right? So again, I just don't VIP people for the heck of it. I VIP people that really want to be there and are really part of the community, right? So it's just your focus and how you build things and the structure that you have around you. And like I said, there's so many channels that I've gone into or that I wanted to raid but once I got in there, their moderators were extremely toxic to me, right? What up, Maria? So, Maria, I just kind of went over a few things, like the 2 main focuses today. I hope you're feeling better. I have vertigo right now, so I'm off. I definitely have vertigo from my inner ears and like the migraines from COVID. So our 2 things today were don't let your stream get overrun by another player that you're playing with, another streamer, a moderator, etc. Because I noticed a few of our stream teamers, they were the streamers were put to the back burner instead of them being, the content creator. and moderators and admins. So you and me are similar because our admins and moderators don't stream, right? So that's probably the best setup because you know that they're there for the community and they're not there for the hidden agendas on the back end. And I was telling them how I learned my lesson because I had an admin that was holding my channel back, that was doing things behind us that was just negatively affecting us. And sometimes you need to step in and get rid of that person that's negatively affecting. And I was trying to tell them that the implications and the backlash of your admin and moderator crew can be huge. It can be huge, right? There's so many streamers that I went into, and yeah. So Penguin, I think you're kind of getting it, right? So that you get the flow of Maria's chat, you get the flow of how things go. You step in when you need to, but you also know that what you say in other people's chats, because people know who Penguin is, right? So that's what I was trying to tell people is people know who Wolf is. People know McKenna and Breaks and Wild, and like people know. So it's very important that the admins and moderators, you can still be yourselves and have your fun. But if you go overboard, that's going to reflect on Maria. That's going to reflect on me, right? So they always have to be conscious that the bigger the streamer you are, the bigger your network or outreach is, the more you can hinder a streamer, right? So my crew completely has heard this whole conversation from me. They totally understand the roles in which they can play. They go and have their fun. They are who they are. But I always tell them, keep in your mind that if you go into somebody's stream or somebody we know or and you act like a total you know what, and that comes back on me, guess who's coming down on you, right? And if you want to keep being part of a really fast growing community and a huge network, and you really want to get your name, and just be mindful. That's the biggest thing, is people just need to be mindful of what they say and do, right? So those were the two things today. Was the streamers do not allow yourself to get overrun, which I've seen 2 out of the 5 streams that we have, and make sure that your admin and moderators are on the same page, and understand, your particular role that you would like or you need in your stream, right? So my roles are different than what your roles are going to be. Like I said, I have an admin team around me that makes decisions business-wise, events, etc. And then I have a mod crew that is strictly for Twitch. Also gets in on the ideas things. They don't make the business decisions, but their role is huge in our Twitch chat, right? So we have that outlined as well. So it's just how you want to set up your own channel, what you expect from people, et cetera, right? That's totally, again, up to the streamer and how you've got things designed, right? So just make sure that your mods or admin crew, however you have it set up, understand, how much it can hurt them. Just make sure that they understand, right? That what they do does have a reflection on, because I mean, once your name's kind of out there and you have a bigger network, like I have a fairly large network now. I mean, Maria's been around for probably 3 years. Maria's got a big network, right? So, I mean, Kitty Cat, how many people have you been networking with, right? Once you develop that network and your admins and your moderators become well known with you, I mean, what's the point to streaming now? They would literally ruin what they have going for them too, right? Because you're automatically associated with that particular group. Like that admin that we had that thought that they could like literally try and take a network and go out on their own has completely failed and given up. Because again, you left the community that you were associated with. You wanted to go out and do something. You thought that you could mimic what I did, and you're a girl, first of all. You're not a guy. You don't live in Canada. You're nothing. Again, people think that they can do what every other streamer does, and they can't, right? Because at the end of the day, each of you streamers are unique in what you do, what you think, what you say, right? And your moderators are an extension of that. So for me, again, I think it's a very important topic that I really wanted to discuss because I have seen it in two out of the five streamers I've seen that with. So it's kind of like, Kitty's is different because the people that Kitty plays with, you all automatically have the same understanding, the same things that you do, the same things that you say. You kind of have your little streamer group, right? So that's even different. You know what I mean? That's a different dynamic than necessarily what I'm talking about. But for say Maria and I, our channels are more similar in that, like I said, Penguin and VM are known in so many different chats that they go to, right? That can have an impact on Maria. And it's kind of like Wolf, and Wolf is very well known in a lot of different streamers and chats, right? And he knows that he could have a negative impact on me if he chose to, right? If he chose to go out one day and did a little banter, he could have a negative impact, right? And Penguin realizes too that he's known in a lot of different channels. So just remember, that's the biggest thing that if I could pound home today from the streamers, admins and moderators are a reflection of the streamer. Make sure that they're there for the community and make sure they're there for the right reasons. And it's just a recipe for everything that's good for a channel, right? The day that you have your moderators or admins that want to go out on their own and think they can do what you can do and etc., let them go and just cut ties, right? The day that those people are no longer there for that community, cut them. And I can almost guarantee you, on my end, I've done that. And it worked. And that's because my business plan is my admins and mods are there for the Giver90 crew, the whole community. They're not here for me. They're not here necessarily for themselves. They're here because they really enjoy it, but they know it's amazing community. And they know that they love meeting new people, welcoming them in. There's so many different reasons why they're here, right? But the minute that all of your crew around you can think that they can do what you can do and go out on their own, let them. I wish you best of luck, happy streaming, and away you go, right? Because their focus goes from that community and what you're building to just themselves, right? And everybody in this world has the right to do that. Absolutely has the right to do that. But once they do that to you, know what's coming. And that is just the blunt answer for all streamers. That's just the blunt answer. Once they start streaming, you know that you've lost that connection, and they're going to use that network of being your moderator and try and take that to an advantage. And I've learned my lesson with that. And if I can pass that on to you guys and girls, that's the biggest one. So quickly, we'll go over it. Make sure your admin moderators are on board with you. Great communication. Make sure they know kind of your expectations, what you would like. Make sure you know their expectations, what they want from the channel. You know what I mean? Make sure you keep that communication open and going. I constantly, like I said, meet with mine over and over again because we brainstorm. I like to know where they're at, their personal life, any ideas that they have. Always keep an open line of communication and just respect their opinions because they are such a big part of your community, right? You treat them right, they're going to treat you right, right? It's just like you would for your regular friends in life. Treat them right, respect them. They're going to do that back to you, and they're really going to go above and beyond to help out that community. And number two, make sure that when you're streaming, you need to be the content creator and kind of the dominant one, whether you're shy or not shy. You have to be the content creator, right? So make sure that you are the content creator and the people that you're playing with are not constantly overtaking the conversation, talking over you, etc. Because like I said very quickly earlier, when I play with Maria, you don't hear too much unless Maria's talking to me, right? When I play with Facebook Gaming, we got rid of that one person that was overtaking his. I slipped in and said, okay, I turned his whole channel around and made it about him, not me, him, right? And then people came back into his chat, right? Numbers went from 16 to 5. When I came in there, all of a sudden we made it about him engaging. The chat was engaging with him, and away and up he went to 16 again, right? So always make sure whoever you're playing with, it's a meaningful conversation, and it's not like my stream, my stream, my stream, my stream. Like that's, nobody wants to hear about that. Nobody wants to hear about that. You know what I mean? It's like when I go play with Maria, nobody wants to hear what the Giver90 crew is doing all day, every day. I just had a stream where everybody could hear that, right? I don't need to go into Maria's and constantly talk about Giver90 crew, what I'm doing, etc. Right? What up, Dom? I go in and I make sure that Maria is the content creator. It's her stream, and I just follow what's going on and what's being said, right? So make sure it's fun banter, you know, fun conversations. But I'm not there to overrun Maria and push my agenda, right? It's just like I wouldn't go into yours, Kitty. I wouldn't go into anybody's and do that, right? So sweaty Dom. Yeah, I wasn't even too sure if I was actually going to get on today. Like I said, I'm having like vertigo. It's on the COVID's kind of like, it's in my inner ear. So it's kind of like throwing me off and having the vertigo. And yeah, Kitty, I hope that some of these things kind of resonate with you, and you might look at things a little differently, or you might run things a little differently. Just make sure that the people around you there, Kitty, are there for good purposes. I think that's the gist of it, right? Make sure that the admins and the VIPs and everyone, yeah. Because we know, Kitty, we know that, say your stream took off. Are you going to stream, or how was your stream? Exactly. So it's kind of like when I go into chats, right? I won't talk. You don't talk about your stream. If the streamer does ask you, you know what I mean, right off the hop, you know, how was your stream? What's going on? Then you answer it. If you come into that streamer's chat and go on, yeah, I just had the most amazing stream, you guys, and just, so you just went from you just went from the streamer asking you to self-promoting, right? There's the difference. There's the difference. You always want to go into somebody's channel with the reason behind of being there for them. And then if they ask you, do you stream, or how's your community, or what games do you play, then fully engage. Because if the streamer wants you to engage with them. If the streamer is there and focused on the game, and you come in and start self-promoting, you've lost what you wanted to do, right? Very quickly. So Kitty Cat, I hope you have a great night. I know you're 5 hours ahead of us. And I hope some of these things that I kind of relate or come out and talk about, you can relate to, and maybe look at things in a different way, right? Take what I'm saying or experiences and make them into yours, or just look at things in a different way, right? Kitty, again, thank you. I absolutely appreciate you being here. And like I said, I hope between last week and this week, I've kind of shed some light on things that would help you out. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Maria, that kind of puts the sour it kind of puts the sour taste in your mouth unless you're good friends with them. You know what I mean? So, when somebody turns a conversation very quickly to, I was thinking about streaming. Well, did you want me to support you? Right? So the perception quickly goes from the regular conversation or welcome in or let's talk about your day or being involved to you're expecting me to support you, right? Yeah, it's a big difference. There's a huge difference. The biscuits, nice. Get her done, Dom. Get her done. I get that too. And so what happens is as a streamer, you'll start to skip over those comments, and even the admins or your others will step in, right? Or go to their stream. Yep. So Maria just said exactly what I just said. The streamer will literally skip over those comments, will not address what was said, and that person will eventually just leave anyways, right? So streamers, once they become seasoned, train themselves quickly to address things or not to address things. They'll leave their admins and mods to address that because the streamer's not going to. Well, I was thinking about streaming. Okay. Well, so does 13 million other people. Are you here for us, or are you just thinking about telling everybody you're going to stream so you can get a follow? But again, you're just self-promoting. So now you're just aggravating people around you and nobody cares, right? If anything, you're getting yourself shunned very quickly from that particular stream. And it's not just that stream. So if you're watching one of my streams, you know that there's 20 other streamers in there. And if you come in there and start doing that kind of stuff, well, those 20 other streamers are going to be like, that's the face they're going to have. You literally came into his and self-promoted the crap out of yourself, and you just got a crappy attitude. You think you're going to come to mine and do that? And you haven't just lost one community, you just lost 20 other communities in the same boat, right? Like that's what people don't understand. When you go to network, genuinely network with top gifters, yeah. Yeah, so here's a great point right now that Maria's making. So I'm there for Maria, and I'm there for Maria's community. VM, Penguin, all of them are phenomenal, and we love being a part of that community. Maria's top donator came in and went nuts with us, but you don't see me, you know what I mean, going, oh my God, Dandy, can I lick your big toe? Right? We're here for Maria. If Dandy came in and did something like that, which is absolutely phenomenal, you know what I mean? It goes so far in our community because we give so much back, right? But I am there for Maria and her whole community, not just for one person, her whole community. And so when you go in and you're networking, you need to genuinely network. You need to network with the whole community. Meet everybody. Don't go in and just, No, Maria, I was just stating a fact that when you said that, it's easy, right? So people would do that to me. You know what I mean? People would literally come into my stream. So while we're talking about this, here's the best thing for streamers. Do not have your leaderboard on all-time top cheers. And if you don't understand that, stop streaming. Do not have your leaderboard on all-time top cheers. You will literally, because if you have a monthly leaderboard, so again, here's the difference. If you have a weekly leaderboard, you're not giving the people a chance to kind of be satisfied, and some of them want their name on your leaderboard, right? They want their name on their leaderboard for long enough that people can see them. If you have a weekly leaderboard, they'll literally sit there and go, well, there goes my 100 bits. People seen that for what, 3 days, and it switched over. Okay, next. Yes. A monthly leaderboard. Their name is on your leaderboard for a full month and people get to see it. If it's weekly, it's gone. And exactly, they have a chance to move up that leaderboard over the month if they would like to, if that's their personality. But if you have an all-time cheer leaderboard, it takes away from people going, why should I put bits up on somebody's stream when it goes 55,000, 54,000, 27,000, 28,000? I can't give $280, right? You're literally taking away from your donations to your stream. Literally. And so Maria, as a seasoned streamer, totally understands the concept behind even your own leaderboards, right? Like, these are things that, again, though, Maria, so many streamers don't take into consideration. Whoop-de-doo, your all-time leaderboard. When I go into a small streamer and I see their all-time leaderboard, right? I'm like, well, the bottom one's 5 subs. I mean, I could try and be cool and give 6 to be on it, but why bother, right? Why bother? Because again, you're not giving people, the placement or the judge, or the ability to see their name up there, right? Like, there's so many things that we're going to go over in the future for sure, right? Because we could keep going for hours and hours and hours about why and, the dynamics behind it. I would go with monthly, Maria, just because people literally come in, right? And for, say, 10 days, they see that they're in 9th place and 8th place is like 400 bits away. And so next week when they get paid, they could literally come in, give you the 500 bits and move them up into 7th. If you switch to the weekly, you're not giving them enough time to, you know what I mean? They have that in their head going, oh, when I get paid, I don't know how many times I see that, I want that 7th place, right? And they're literally sitting there, even if they don't say it, they're literally sitting there going, I want that, right? I want to move up the ladder or draw more attention to myself from the streamer. These are all things that people constantly talk about, right? So I would honestly go with monthly. Yeah, I would honestly go with monthly, and you would pull in probably more monthly than you would ever going weekly. Because somebody, like I said, somebody could come in and donate Maria and your weekly, and 2 days later it's gone. You know what I mean? So what have you actually done? It just seems like they donated and it's gone and nobody can see it. Whereas if they donated and a week later they're still on the board, they're like, oh, that's cool. Well, maybe I want to move up to the next spot, right? Because they're still seeing themselves. It's all about timing. It's all about the timing. People like to move up leaderboards, right? A monthly leaderboard is absolutely the way to go. For me, like I said, the people that donate to us, we're one of the only transparent streamers that tells everybody where they go. Like all the money that comes in all goes back to the channel. Like, we're at 975 giveaways, everything that's down here, everything that we've given, all of our events, like, it's crazy, right? So, I mean, try it, Maria. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's whatever's going to be best for that particular streamer. But when you get down to the brass tacks of it, ultimately, your monthly gives them enough time to see their name or want to move up the leaderboard. Whereas a weekly, you could donate and the next day it's gone, right? And they literally feel like they come back in and go, their name's not even on their leaderboard. So I would honestly go with a monthly leaderboard. Because like I said, there's a lot of people out there that just like to be on people's leaderboards, or I have enough time, I can move up the leaderboard. There's so many different ways that people think of different leaderboards, right? But again, for me, I like to make sure that the people that are donating, you see them for the full month, right? But if you have an overall leaderboard, you've literally screwed yourself, because people don't want to donate. People don't feel that they're like, I would have to donate 180 US to get 10th spot on this guy's leaderboard overall. Do you see what I'm saying? That's literally how people think, though, Maria, when you think about it. I would have to donate 118,000 bits, so that would cost me 250 US just to get on that person's leaderboard. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to go and donate $250 just to get on that person's all-time leaderboard, right? You like to go in and donate that 50 bits or 100 or 200 bits and see your name on there for, a week or 2 or 3 until somebody passes you, or you might want to move up, or it's all about, allowing those people to have that. Well, of course, Maria, you know what I mean? You're like, no, I'm not, F this. I'm not going to pay $250 to be on a leaderboard. But on a monthly leaderboard, you could pay $5 on people's and get on it. You know what I mean? So you feel like you're contributing to the community. You're seeing your name there. You're getting the recognition. You know what I mean? You feel good that the money that you're donating, they can see, right? So, but again, I'm different because we're one of the only streams that are incredibly transparent. I'll tell my stream, okay, this amount of my donations, we're going to go buy a new mic. Click, click. Or this amount of donations, we're going to buy, our next one will be a stream deck. Just like when we went on the football thing. When we went on the football, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy that $50 ticket and give it to you guys, right? Like, they know where their donations are going. It's back into the stream. Or the people that actually donate codes, I have all the game nights written out, and those codes are given away on request. If they want me to say that Rocket League night, the anonymous, those 1,000 V-Buck codes are going to that night, and they know it's going to that night, right? So sometimes the more transparent you are with people, the better, right? If you're hiding where everything's going, it's at the end of the day, you can't show anybody on Twitch due to TOS what you made that month. It's against TOS, and it's against the affiliated contract or the partner contract. Can I tell people a roundabout way on where, some of our funds are going? Yes. I'm not telling them what I make every month because it's always different, but I can sure let them know that when you're donating, it's going here, 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 right? So I like to be transparent with people. I don't have anything to hide about what we're building or where things are going, or, you know what I mean? I don't have anything to hide from my community whatsoever. Nothing. So again, it depends on the streamer, right? It all depends on the streamer and what they want to do. So my goals just for today was just to let streamers know, don't take the back burner. You need to speak up, have your voice heard, have your content ready, and then make sure that the admin and the mods around you are there for the right reason. They're there for the community, and they're there to support. You know what I mean? That's Maria, what you have and what I have is a lot different than what other streamers have when you think about it. I built the business model off of my admin and mods are non-streamers. And that's because I want them to be here for the community, the events, everything we do. And I want their names to get out there just as much as mine, right? So, and I know that you're running it the same way. Your group around you are non-streamers. They're there for your community, your stream, and they have good intentions. And the more that streamers can do that, I think the better off they would be, right? The better off they would be. So At the end of the day, I would say you've got a great setup. You've got a great community. You know what you're doing, and there's ideas that we can bring to the table that you might not have run by or heard or other stuff, which of course is going to be down the road for you and everybody else, right? As I bring them up. And yeah, we're going to see if we can get your butt to that partner, right? I've been approached by like 3 stream groups now. I've been approached by 3 of them. And I said, what does your stream group of 300 streamers, what does that do for me? Right? Are you going to take the time to go through my stream? Are you going to take the time to know my community? Are you going to take the time for any of that? No, because most streamer groups are sitting there, just throw 400 streamers in. And when I go live, they all know they can come to me and I'm going to build them up and make them. Yeah. They don't give 2 craps about your community or the streamers. They just want to be big and look at me and I can throw some ideas out. Right. And I got 3 invitations and I'm like, no, because you don't bring anything to my stream. You don't. I mean, at the end of the day, you can network as much as possible. But if you don't have any, you know what I mean? Yep, I've had a couple ask me as well. And when I say no, they don't say anything back. So I'm happy. Yeah. See? So Maria, they're not there to get to know you. They wish you luck. Yeah. So that'll tell you, Maria, that they're not there to get to know you. They don't care about your community. They're there because your numbers. They're there because your network and who you know. Right? And that's what I've been telling people is this streamer group that I am developing. We're here to know every community. I watch every channel and I'm here to help them grow. You know what I mean? If they choose to put our Giver90 logo on their profile to support us, perfect. Thank you. If they don't, you know what I mean? They don't care because Maria, I went into a couple of them, into their Discords, into their channels, and they're literally sitting there on their channel selling ice to Eskimos. They're literally sitting there going, look what you can do. If you just network and you've developed a streamer group, you've added 500 people under you that you don't know. Don't sit there and tell me you vetted. You've just added 500 people and you tell them that you must put this, and this. Your whole profile should be me. All your overlays should be me, right? And you have to do this monthly. You have to do this weekly. You have to watch me every time I go on. Those streamer groups, how many people out of there get partnered? 2, 3, 4, whoever the actual streamer wants. So they're sitting there and going, look at me. I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's because you've done this pyramid effect. You've just hired all these people underneath you to do the lag work that you're too lazy to do. And it's true. It's true. Those guys literally, the stream groups have managed to bring on enough people that they're now the actual person that owns the stream group is so big that they're literally going, look what I've done and you can do it too. That's not how pyramid schemes work. That's not how it works. And she's trying to get partnered. So I try to tell people my streamer group is me getting to know every community, me going in and spending the time to see how we can help, anything that we can do to bolster, there's just so many things that I think streamer groups should do. It's not just networking. If you don't have the content to go along with the networking, what good are you? You know what I'm saying? Because those streamers will come in that's part of that streamer group and go, tabbed. I got you tabbed. That's not a view. I'm not going to talk to anybody or get to know your community. I'm just letting you know I'm here. That way, when I go live, you come and support me, right? That's useless. A tab does not count as a view. You're not getting to know the community. You're not getting to know the streamer. You're just thinking about how can I get people into my channel with the least amount of work put into it. And at the end of the day, that's all it is. And if people don't like hearing that, it's like, sorry. But I'm not going to join a streamer group and then put all of this energy into that streamer group. What does that streamer group bring to me? Most streamer groups that I go in and I look at, I'm bigger than them. My average is 30, 40. Why would I go in and in 2 or 3 hours I'm streaming, get 400 views, drop my 30, 40, 50 bomb into that streamer group and have them what? Use that to their advantage? Like that's all you're doing. You're literally going to take my numbers and just add them to yours. What does that streamer group bring to me, right? And for me, I can tell the people that are going to be underneath our streamer group what I bring to them on a weekly basis, what I'm going to bring to them and their channels. They're not bringing you. There's a big difference and you can see it. Yeah. I'm there for you. I'm there to help your content. I'm there for your community. We're genuinely there for you guys. It's not what you can do for me. We're trying to say what we can do for you. And that's where every time we're on YouTube, people see this now on a weekly basis. It's what we can bring to those streamers. And in turn, those streamers are going to be in our chat. They're going to show us love. And it's genuinely getting to know each other back and forth. You know what I mean? There's no fake anything. I'm not selling anything. I'm not telling people they have to do anything. It's just all about me sharing experiences and how I can help other people. And that's what a true stream team should be. They can all say we work together, we support each other. Well, how come you have 2,000, followers from that stream team and you still have 11 people watching you? Because you have no content at all to go along with your networking. And if your stream team is telling you that your whole network, your whole thing should be based on networking and knowing as many people as possible, but you don't have any content to bring with it, go ahead and have 10,000 followers, but enjoy your 8 viewers and 2 of them are real, right? It's all for us to do for one another. It is. And that's why I said, Maria, you genuinely know that the Giver90 crew is there for you. They're there for you. We've shown it. We participated every stream. We're there. We're playing. And that's the big difference. It's just like you and VM and Penguin. You guys are genuinely here for us as much as we are genuinely here for your community. And that is what you truly want from a stream team. Interaction, friendship. How can we build suggestions? One's not better than the other, right? It's not a competition. It's not a competition because it's a means to an end. What Maria brings for content, I don't bring for content. You're your own special individual person. And we just got to take that and add to it and improve it. If your numbers are 20 or 30, we want them to hit 40. So that is where we're going. That is our goal on a weekly basis to make sure, we bring experiences or whatever we can offer to the table and just try and give you guys a different perspective or a different look at, on different topics. So this week it was literally admins and mods and just making sure that the people you're playing with are engaging rather than overtaking your content, right? Yeah, I mean, Maria, if you have other streamers that you think would like to come into the group but benefit from it, I mean, by all means, we'll put a section in there for people to suggest streamers, right? If other streamers want to come in and be part of what happens on a weekly basis, we'd be more than happy to help out, right? Like that's why I'm here to try and answer any questions or different perspectives, or just get people kind of thinking outside the box, or making sure that they're tightening up where they need to tighten up, right? And trust me, my admin crew tells me sometimes, they tell me, tighten up, Bomber, where you got to tighten up, right? So it's good to have different topics each week like we're going to have, right? I just seen things happening in a couple of streams that were hurting the streams. You know what I mean? There was things hurting our stream team streamers. And I had to so if they want to come back and look at this VOD, they can get it. But there's things that can hurt you. And I definitely wanted people to understand, this is hurting you. Just kind of make sure you watch for it or change it up, or, So hopefully they, people will get it. They'll get it. But my butt is going to go relax. For some reason, my glasses are worse than having my glasses on is worse for me than not having my glasses on right now. Go COVID. I hope you're feeling better, Maria. I hope that I can stream tonight. I'm not too sure if I can, but I've just been under the weather lately. Under the weather. And you know exactly how it is. You and VM. So I hope you guys are feeling a lot better. And hopefully, some of the things we go over that you're getting some ideas, or you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Or you know what I mean? I hope that I can be productive for you guys and girls when you come in, and stuff that you might be learning that you didn't know, or, feeling foggy also. Yeah. Mine have been horrible with COVID, between the headaches and the fuzziness. And it's just, okay. I'm going to go lay down, kind of relax my eyes a bit. I'm going to get some water, crank it into me. I really hope that you feel better. I'm so glad VM's feeling better. My other two are feeling a lot better. They're doing a lot better than I am. They're pretty much over it, whereas I'm kind of still in the thick of it. But hopefully I will see you guys and girls later tonight. Get lots of rest. I hope, honestly, genuinely get through that COVID thing and feel better. It's a pain in the butt. And I will release my next topic next week, as I'm kind of touring around everybody's different channels. And I'll put a suggestion box in Discord too. So if there's other streamers that you think would benefit from what we do, they're more than welcome. Suggest them. We'll go check them out, send them an invite. And if we can help them in any way, that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, I will see you guys later. Penguin, thank you for dropping in and being here. I hope you got one or two things from it. And hopefully I will see you tonight if I'm on. Okay, bye.